Hello everyone, welcome to day 14 of my journey to / road to $100,000 in e-commerce. Today, I've had some limited time and I've tried to condense my workflow or the operations, I suppose you could say, into how can I get a product test done as quick as possible. And because I've only had 2.5 hours scheduled in for today, I've tried to do what I can with previous products that I've sourced to try and get them launched. And yeah, figuring out a lot in the process of just those 2.5 hours. That it is possible, definitely. But yeah, there's just a few changes that I need to make. First of all, being not relying so much on the AI documents and all that deep research. It'll be a lot more beneficial for me to get sort of one document done that's enough for me to launch on the back, like read through and then launch on the back of. Also understanding that the quality that I'm going to produce is going to be best leveraged by my understanding of the avatar, the potential customer avatar, and the product itself, and also the market. Just that sort of ecosystem and the potential that the product has, and what's working for the competitor as well. And in that, I can just create. I can just like chief as I go, edit as I go, rather than getting sort of an understanding from AI when it looks over the product page, as well as some like kind of additional notes, and then like going back and forth on the structure, and then deciding on the copy, and then chiefing the copy myself and going back. Like, if the ideal situation is that I look at a product page and I look at this document, read it over, fully understand it, and then just apply it. And know exactly what each section needs to include and why certain persuasive elements are there. And yeah, I just think that's where I can leverage my time the best and produce the best quality launch, and ultimately have a better test, more profitable, and scale more. But then I also understand that the more that I do iterate and I do launch, the more that I'm going to be developing these skills and pick up on certain things and link certain persuasive elements, and say like pain points and emotional triggers, and why the user values this over other solutions, and how I can best, I don't want to say exploit, but how I can best showcase that. Otherwise, I'm also tossing up this idea of, I say this idea a lot, but not a lot, but I talk about ideas a lot, of ultimatums, and applying that bit more pressure for getting things done, and yeah, just producing more, because that's where my biggest constraint is at the moment, is that I don't produce enough. And the ultimatum that can benefit me, and also kind of push me more, which is the ultimate goal, is to set up my ads, including the budget, the structure, do all of that first, so I know that I'm spending this money tomorrow on a test. Let's say, like, for the sake of this work that I've done today, if I would have done this, it would have been like, okay, these ads are getting ran tomorrow, I'm spending this $100, $150 tomorrow regardless. So this stuff's got to be good for it to go out, so I can get better quality data. And yeah, I think therefore I will also be putting the bulk of my energy post caffeine and the start of your deep work session, when you have the most energy, I'll be putting that into the front of the funnel, which is ultimately where the most people are going to see it, and where the most things matter. Where the quality probably matters the most, and the testing matters the most. So to put my energy into that, into the copy of the ads, the hooks, the images, that reasoning behind why I'm doing these structured ad set tests, I think is a good way to go about it. And it also sets up the direction of the tests and where the traffic's going to go. And then from that, I'm then condensing it further and sort of muddling all these potential customers and potential ideas I'm going after. And then I'm sort of just like cutting off, say, 80% of it, and then getting the 20% that's relevant to all of them, and then putting it into the product page of the lander. And yeah, I think that's going to be the best way for me to structure a session like this. Yeah, and then sort of from that and from my previous videos, I've realized that I need to condense these more and talk about shit that I've actually done and that I'm actually doing. Because why would anyone, I fucking wouldn't definitely take advice from someone who hasn't achieved X thing or is only just spitting things for the sake of it. Like, it's all well and good to hear this stuff and it might click for someone, but the idea of this channel and this series is to showcase A, the reality, B, what I've been actually doing and actually experiencing, and my takeaways, my thoughts, and to give a bit of, like reality, a bit of a roadmap to what it's like to go down this e-commerce rabbit hole. I should describe more of it as a journey, because it is. It's not a rabbit hole. So we're going to be working on the ultimatum, being more efficient, getting things done, and making sure that in a session time that I have stuff to produce. And then also structuring your sessions in that way so that I can get out drafts, and then from that, it's about just iteration, and like chiefing and optimizing the smaller, more minute things that are actually what is the needle movers. So building up on that quality, but still having something to test at that end of the day, regardless. So that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow. It'll be a much longer session for me tonight. For me tomorrow, I have virtually all day. So it's gonna be good. Still need to plan tomorrow. Otherwise, that's it for me. Thanks for coming along yet again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.